Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to do just a quick review on this electronic Explorer plasma lighter. And essentially what we got to do is we have this burn pile that we have to get rid of. So we're going to start a little fire, see how well it does. Here we go. I obviously had it on there longer than I probably needed to, but yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see if this takes. Yep, and it's definitely taking. So we'll just put this right here in front of there. We'll get this going, and maybe we'll set some other ones up too as well. Here we go. Got another one going. That one's going. We'll be able to get this thing up and lit in no time. You guys want to be part of the review too? Can't forget about you guys. Well, that worked. So let's take a closer look at this lighter here. So this is how it came. This is the package. Green Vivid Explorer lighter. And all this stuff came with it. So you get the lighter that's right there, and there's a ferro rod. You can see right here. You have your ferro rod. And then you have this cool little lanyard thing that you can attach to it. And you got your charger. So at least with this product, it does come with another option that is another, let's just call it completely off-grid option. So it does come with an added ability to create fire, and if you connect everything in the keychain, you can kind of keep everything together. So that is pretty cool. It just doesn't come by itself. So even if you wanted a ferro rod, you could definitely get one with this product. So I thought that was very realistic of them, if we're being honest. So let's just say that, hey, we've been using this thing a lot. It's time to charge her up. As you can see right here, there's a little port that we can directly plug in and we can charge it. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our little port here and we're just going to plug it right in. And as you can see, when it's plugged in, boom, the light will illuminate, and if you wanted to press the button and start it, it won't start. So you cannot use the lighter function when it is charging. And we have ours connected to a power bank that is solar charged. So our solar charging power bank, and I will leave the review that I made for this in the description box below. But yeah, very good option here. And when you are done charging it, you simply pull it off and hit the igniter. Now, I have had this lighter for probably about a month now, almost a month, and I've been using it. I've been taking it everywhere with me, but I haven't really tested the waterproof, weatherproof portion of it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put it in there. It's totally submerged. We're gonna leave it in there for a little bit, a few minutes. So we'll just take it out of this cold water, just real life. So hey, got it out of the water, fell in a river, pond, what have you. Just kind of open it up. Doing everything one-handed, I apologize. Yep, works like a champ. Looking at the seal, everything looks dry on the inside, so yeah, it looks like, you know, I'm not going to say it's 100% waterproof or weatherproof, but yeah, if you fall in the river or the pond or wherever, it's going to stay dry on the inside. You should be able to get a fire going out of it. A fire. And that's further emphasized by the fact that, you know, it does come with a ferrous rod. So again, I will say that's a very appealing thing about these electronic lighters, is the idea that you don't have to stockpile butane. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about stockpiling on a bunch of matches, right? You can simply have a flame as long as you can maintain a charge, as long as you can keep this thing charged. And there's numerous ways this day and age to do that. So I do like that. I do like the idea of something small like this, you know, small little package being able to replace 100 Bic lighters or 10,000 matches. I think that there's something to say about that, or something to be said about that.
Welcome back. So I'm just going to give you my honest, unbiased opinion of this. I do like it. It is a neat little lighter, but it is by no means the best lighter on the market, best fire starter on the market whatsoever. In fact, I think that Bic lighters have some unique things to offer that this thing can't. So I'm going to tell you my two biggest cons with it. And there's really only two cons that I have with it, but they're significant enough that we should at least address. The first one, it's electric. So if for some reason the electric functions of it don't work, then you don't have a lighter. You have nothing. There's really nothing with this that I see that you can immediately cannibalize. At least with the Bic lighter, if the case breaks, you run out of butane, you can still use the wheeled portion of the Bic lighter and create sparks. You can't do that with this. If this for some reason ceases to work, all you can really do is take the lighter portion out and then use the case for its weatherproof abilities. So that's one downside. The second downside is going to be the overall surface area of the igniter here. So as you can see, it's a pretty small surface area. There's not a whole lot there. So excuse me, keep that in mind. Now, they do have other lighters, other plasma lighters that have a bigger surface area for that arc. But for this guy right here, as you can see, it's not really that big. Now, it's enough to, you can light things on fire, light a cigarette, you can even light a cigar with it, but it's not ideal, especially for a cigar. You can do it, but it's not ideal. So again, that overall arc area is pretty small. So those are the two biggest cons I have with it. Some of the pros that I like about the lighter. I do like the fact that, as we've demonstrated, you can fall into a lake or a pond or a river and you can get out, open this thing up, and you can do your business. You can light things. I do like that. Another con I like about it is you don't need a windbreak for it. So just for example, you can't do that with a Bic lighter. If you were to do that with a Bic lighter, it would go out. The flame would go out. And so that was really significant when we were making this fire out here, because I was able to go start it even with a strong wind that we had. With a Bic lighter, you'd at least want to, with most flames, you would need to at least have some kind of windbreak before you can light things. This, you don't have to. All you have to do is get whatever you're trying to catch on fire between the connections here, and it will burn. So I really do like that. I do think that is one of the strengths of this lighter that I really do appreciate, and I really think it's a great feature, because if you were out there in the forest somewhere, in the woods somewhere, you might have wind, and the ability to get this thing directly on what you're trying to burn without having to worry about that wind, those wind parameters, I think are huge. Another thing I do like about this lighter, like I showed you earlier, it does come with the ferrous rod, so that's pretty cool. Again, if I'm being honest, I think the company was just, I don't know, I'm not, for example, and just for FYI, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get anything from making this review. I'm truly making this, because I want you to be able to make a better decision, because you've probably seen these before and you're like, hey, what's the skinny on them? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just a rugged homesteader out here in the middle of nowhere, and I use gear, I get gear, and I want to make reviews because I know it's easier for you guys. There are tons of times out there where I wish I had a gear review so I could make a better decision. So that's why I'm making it. Again, I'm not sponsored, but I'm guessing, if I had to use my common sense here, the reason why they included the ferrous rod and they included everything is because they're just being realistic, right? They're being realistic with it, because if for some reason this goes down, at least you have something that can start fire. So if you had this with, the lanyard and the ferrous rod, and you had it all connected in your pack or something, even if this didn't work because it wasn't charged or whatever, you would still have the ability to make fire. So I do appreciate just the realistic efficiency behind adding those two together. I think that's pretty fucking smart. So there you have that. I do appreciate that they included one in there. Another thing that I do like about this product is I do like the color, I do like how mobile it is, and I do like the fact that you can easily put this in the pack, you can put this in your car, you can put it in your purse, you can put it wherever you need to put it. So I think that's pretty ingenious, and I do like the portability of it. The design again is it's a pretty cool modern looking design. So overall, I guess what I'm saying, aesthetically, it is somewhat appealing. So again, I do like the fact that it burns without equivocation. No wind parameters there I have to worry about. I do like that the case is, the case is somewhat weatherproof, like we demonstrated. I do like that it does, as long as you get something between the connections, again, it will burn. It is easy to charge. Again, we can directly plug this in. As you can see, it's charging. And again, I do like this is a external power pack solar. Again, the review on this will be in the description box below. But something like this will enable me to stay and keep this thing charged no matter what's going on with infrastructure. So that's something that I do appreciate. For me, the reason why I even got these to test is because I got these for gifts for some family members of mine that are not into preparedness. I got them one of these, and I also got them a solar power pack. And overall, it was pretty, it was fairly inexpensive for both of them, especially with power packs on the market now. They're pretty reasonable nowadays compared to years past. But, I gave them this as a way to get them thinking about preparedness, because I know no matter what, if they have the electronic lighter, if they have the solar power bank, they're going to be able to make power no matter what. They're going to be able to make a flame no matter what. And hopefully this gets them just in that process. Because overall, the biggest thing to me is, can I take this system out right now into the wilderness, and will it be a force multiplier? In my honest opinion, it would be. If I took this as it comes to me from the package and I go out into the wilderness, would it be a force multiplier? It absolutely would be a force multiplier. I would absolutely be able to do good things with it. I would absolutely be able to heat myself and warm myself. I would absolutely be able to start fires with it. So yes, it does work as advertised, and I do think it would be a force multiplier for me out there. Now, with that being said, is this the best lighting system on the market? Absolutely not. Is it the best fire starter on the market? Absolutely not. Is it the best lighter on the market? Absolutely not. But will it make my current position worse? No. Will it help me? Yes. So that's how I kind of like to look at this thing. Overall, I like it. I'm going to keep carrying it with me. This has been going with me everywhere I go. This is going to be something that I plan to add to my truck. So this will be in my truck. And again, as you guys know you guys have seen my videos, you guys know I have a little inverter in my truck as well. So I can my truck is, power station on wheels. I can power all my small electronics with it, all my power packs with it. I can do everything I need to. So as long as that truck's running, I'm producing power. And so it allows me to be able to take all for example, my rechargeable hand warmers and stuff like that. It allows me to take these nice creature comfort items that are electric and keep them topped off and ready to go. So again, I think overall for the money, I think it's not a bad system. I'll leave links to Amazon where you can take a look at it. Again, remember, I do not get paid. I do not get any money off anything. I don't get money off any sales or anything. I'm just simply showing you what I use and telling you if it works or it doesn't work. And as you guys have seen, it's been demonstrated. It's a nice, cool little system. It will light things on fire. It does a good job of lighting things on fire. And I think overall, it's a good force multiplier. It's definitely, I think, a great gift idea for stocking stuffers, what have you. And I definitely think that when put in culmination, it gives somebody especially somebody that's not into preparedness, an added layer of survivability and an added layer of force multipliers at their disposal. And hopefully, again, it gets them thinking about preparedness. So there you have it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, long live the Republic.